again and go, yo, what's up?
Be prepared to wait.
We're live on YouTube. We're going live on Facebook right now.
Let me know when you're ready, bud.
2, 1, and now they get the audio recording. I'm going to start right now in 3, 2, 1. And Slant coming to you on the BS Podcast Network. Joining us today, Mike Bocchetti. Welcome back.
I'm happy to be back. I love the post you made. That thing is awesome.
Thank you, Mike.
I'll be hanging outside the garden one day.
Yeah, right. This is big though, so you have to really look at it like a telescopic lens. Kevin Gootee's back for the third time. Thanks for coming back again.
3, that's right. This is the hat trick. Thanks, guys. Glad to be back.
I am. You're here today to talk about Comics Budget Comics Season 8, right?
7's going to be coming out hopefully in a few weeks, but 8 will be out with the aforementioned and affable Mike Bocchetti sitting across from me.
As a judge, that's
fun,
right.
Man. That was such a great day.
When I was sitting here just now trying to get all this equipment working, what the hell were we talking about? Nickelodeon Studios molestation of children.
From,
who was his name?
Allegedly, don't want to get you guys sued.
No.
One of the guys from head of the class who ran Nick Studios allegedly was fucking a bunch of the now famous Disney
stars. Was his character named Dan on the Dennis' character might have been.
We have a computer in our pocket. Let me do the research for you as we continue to banter.
I have so many questions about, because you see that happen over and over, like in an open secret. It was in a lot of studios, that kind of thing going on. And I wonder, like, do they get that job and go, hey, this is going to be a perk of the job? Or do they get that job and just fall into a child? Or do they? They
probably think it's going to happen for them because they have that much clout.
What do you think, Evan?
Do you think they go in there saying, like, cannot wait to fuck those 14-year-olds?
Like, this is going to be a perk, or do they get there one day and they're just like, oh, wait, I could do this?
They probably have it in the back.
I mean, it really would be a tale of a sordid tale if that was like one of the first few things they thought of when they go, how much you guys offering? $500,000 a year? Pretty cool, but how strong is your legal department here so I can fuck these 15-year-olds?
They might be thinking that.
if they didn't have this bright idea going in. Like, are they at work one day and like they just like look, they catch a glance of themselves in the mirror after like Victoria Justice just walked out, and they go,
no, you're right.
Like, they fight it, they smash a whiskey bottle. No,
they might have seen Topanga from fucking.
She was Channel 7. All right, make sure you get your network straight.
It's ABC, Mike.
I know her because my nieces are young like that. That's the only reason why I know who she is. She's only like early 30s now, right?
Oh, that's the new version. That's Girl Meets World with Riley. Yeah, I watched a little bit of that.
Dan Schneider in 1986 played Dennis Blunden. That's where the Dennis game. You were right. Dan Schneider allegedly is up to no good.
A lot of alleges. And you think after it was over, right? They're obviously pedophiles or at least sexual deviants. After the fact, do they go, oh, shit, this is out about me, this sucks, but oh god, was there? They look at the famous Disney star and like, this was worth it, you know?
I mean, I listen, I don't know what it is. I'm now 42, and if I look at like an 18-year-old girl, I'm like, all right, but most of them they're just not developed. There's still that like lump of clay that's not quite art yet. You're like, like, I don't know. Give me like a 28-year-old. I'm like, all right. We're going to, that's all right. Even maybe 25, but like 18-year-old, like
that's ridiculous.
The guys look at that go, yo, like, but she almost looks like a doll. Like they're still like very childlike. It's just like, there's not that womanly attraction where you just want to, I'd fuck her. Like, no, those kids don't have that for me. Maybe because I'm not a creep.
Well, that's the thing.
No, you're not. 18 is like fucking retarded and ridiculous. Like you should 25, early 30s are like even.
Mike, but you tell me a nice, dripping wet 18-year-old walks in there right now and she just wants that Bocchetti and the 2 scraggly hairs hanging off the side of his face. You wouldn't go for it.
No.
All right, good for you.
You're a liar.
No.
You're a liar.
No, I'm not lying because you got to fucking remember. So she's 18 years old. What the fuck?
That means she's legal, right? That's what we'd always were told to remember. I think you could pull off dating a much younger girl.
I'd like it, actually.
That would be your lot in life.
Hilarious.
Like the really decrepit old guy with like,
thanks.
What was her name? What the fuck? Anna Nicole Smith just on your lap.
Oh, you bastard.
You deserve it. Like, you've earned it, I think.
You've earned it.
Have a hot chick with a motorcycle with a sidecar.
I would pay to see a hot chick drive a motorcycle with you in the sidecar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That would be dope.
That's what I mean.
She can't take sharp turns to go over.
I'm going to get that money right now. Crack right in the side of a fucking embankment.
When I see an 18-year-old, even if they are developed, there's this thing in my head that goes, we would not be on anywhere near the same wavelength. You know?
Right. Like, you were not alive when Pulp Fiction came out.
Right.
Which just fucking floors me. And that's even what it came out in 94. Yeah, exactly. You're like, wait a minute, this is just not gonna.
That's what I ask him. I go when I take out a young girl. I say you're 18, and
Take out a young girl.
The second question is, do you remember Captain Planet? When they say
that
no,
was
they're
a
out of
shit
here.
cartoon.
You're walking home. I remember the theme song.
I'd say him, you know, who Max Headroom is.
Oh my God, that was on Channel 7 too on a Friday night. Do you remember? Listen, we were talking about Stern before. Do you remember talking about the pedophile thing? I'm gonna circle back for a hot second.
Yeah, go ahead.
There was a story. Joey Fatone, was it? Fuck, one of those guys from NSYNC was in, and Stern was talking about how when Lou Pearlman, the guy who founded Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and all that, got pinched. Joey Fatone, I'm pretty sure it was him, came right out and said, "Look." Lou Pearlman said, "What you want to make it famous? You got to come in here and suck my dick."
Oh,
one of them went in there and sucked his dick, and I bet you all can figure out which one it was. Answer: look at the one who married Jessica Biel. That's what they're saying. Allegedly, fuck Lou Pearlman. I might have even fucked him because he's the one out of all those guys to make it.
You get a career plus Jessica Biel, it might be worth it.
I mean, taking a dick when you're 22. I mean. But think about it. That's I guess before Britney, but it's like, all right, if I get Britney Spears in her prime, is it worth this old man's dick in my mouth? To go back and weigh it out, obviously.
Well, do you know what she eventually becomes? Because that kind of ruins Britney Spears for me.
It does not ruin Britney Spears. I will fight you to the death on this, Sal Coldonado. Yes, she had a rough patch, but Britney still looks goddamn. She's like 36 now, maybe.
Is that how she is?
She's got to be somewhere around there. Because she was like 16 when I was in college. Because that's when I did it again.
So if she's 36.
I was thinking of Lindsay Lohan. Sorry, guys.
Oh my God,
she still can get it.
Have you seen it? Yeah, well, she's got that cracky like attainable thing now because she's such. Have you seen her?
Yeah, her and Britney Spears and Paris Hilton are the three chicks that tell my wife, I go, if I see them in Vegas, I know I can fuck them. You know what? Britney Spears is 36, December 2nd, 1981, about to be 37. Damn, I'm
she's 3 years older than me, but I always pictured her way older because she has money and is very successful. It's a weird thing that my mind does. But she was not that much. I remember in high school, she had just she was getting big. She wasn't that much older. That's right.
Toxic was the one that turned the corner for her, that leather outfit. Dude, she still can get it.
Mariah from me. I hate that bastard.
Hold on. I saw Mariah Carey, my own two peepers, only 2 short months ago at a steakhouse in Vegas. She walks in. And so my back's faced away. Everyone just shuts the fuck up for a moment.
Wow.
And I go, what happened? They go, Mariah Carey just walked in. And her and her family and her entourage walking. And she's walking. She still has her fucking tits are fantastic. She still looks great. So she's walking by our table. And of course, we've been drinking all day. And there's about 7 of us. All obnoxious as fuck. Yours truly, hand in the air. And right when she walks by our table, go, Mariah, not now. We're in the middle of having dinner. How dare you interrupt our dinner? She did not find that funny.
No sense
Her
of humor.
security guards laughed their asses off. And 2 guys who were sitting away, next to us, but not part of our group, go, that was the funniest fucking thing I've seen all week here.
Yeah, there's probably they deal with the class. Hey, Mariah, over here. Can I get a picture? At least you were creative about it.
Yeah, not now. We're having dinner. Stop bothering us.
That's great. No sense of humor.
She looked great.
And wonder why her and Nick Cannon didn't work out.
I heard that, Tony Randall years ago, my friend worked as a doorman in the city, right? Tony committee wanted to go find what a dress was.
Yeah.
So he comes in, my friend goes, do from the Odd Couple. He goes, save that fucking song for someone who gives a shit.
He's probably heard that 18 million times. Kind of like what's his face, Gilligan. Like if you go
going, hey Henry, annoying him like that.
Gilligan's still alive, right?
No,
Bob Denver, not Bob Denver. Bob
away, right?
Probably. I watched so much Gilligan's Island.
I was not a fan of Channel 11 special. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about it.
I wasn't crazy about it. It's just I was a kid and I feel like I was put in front of the TV and that's just what was on while I played with my
X-Men. They forced us to watch it, really. I mean, we had nothing else, really.
This weird thing is going on now, though. Like, Mike, how old are you again, Mike? You're almost 60.
75.
Right?
57.
57
and 87 in other places.
Right. So there's this thing now. My sister, I based it all off of, she was born in 1990. She's my little sister. She was always super young. Like, I always think she's like early 20s when she's almost 30 now. And I work with people and they're just like my peers and they're like, yeah, I was born in 94. I'm like, how the fuck were you born in 94 and you're an adult right now? It's the weirdest thing.
I was in Spain between junior and senior in high school in 1994. Pow. It's like
it goes by like there's no.
It does go by. It sounds happy. You're like, Jesus H. Christ.
Soon we'll be dead.
Well,
yeah.
Just as long as you go to the right place, okay.
That's what you learn from the studio heads at Nickelodeon is just bang as many
suck the right dick.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, like, you guys just brought a question out of me. Like, I wonder if there like some real purpose, like, I can't wait to get my hands on somebody. You know, I'm sure there wasn't in there. Like,
But that baffles me. Like, dude, all right, you have a slew of, I call them the investments.
oh yeah,
Where it's like, wait 5 years for the bond to mature, and then fucking gold.
of course.
But if you're head of a studio, you can go out anywhere in Hollywood and get any of these, any random puss. Like, I always thought, so now the best job ever in Hollywood was the person who was casting extras for the Entourage TV show.
oh god, yeah.
Dude, that guy must have been drowning in fucking 9s and 10s puss. It was insane. Like, all that insanely hot, but guys, like, when I got on the show, what do you have to do? You're gonna be standing in the back of a pool party, but you know what? You gotta blow me to get that. And then these chicks are like, okay, like, what? You could use your powers to get that without even, and you're ahead of a fucking studio. You got money. Blink of an eye, boom. Instead, you're going for these like underdeveloped. Yeah, they're looking good at this, but they're not even out of the box yet, guy.
So fucking insane.
I think it's one of those things where they just go like, I can. Like the normal show couldn't do this. And
but it's still fucking demented though.
But it is. But what about when it becomes the norm? What about when nobody's telling you no? Like, how far can you keep going?
And there are people that were afraid to tell them no, were fucking afraid of losing their life.
Like, all right, I'll put it to you like this. When I was an active drug addict and I would disappear out of a room for a period of time and everybody go, where the fuck is Sal? They're like, oh, he's doing drugs. And I'd come back. It'd be very obvious and people would look at me or they'd react to me. And then it would be very awkward. And then it would go, shit, I can't keep doing this. Or somebody would be like, let's not hang out with Sal anymore. When we were at the 50th birthday party for Artie Lang, remember he disappeared and everybody made it like, where could he possibly be? Right? But the thing is, nobody
was getting a salad. Haha, joke's on you.
Nobody would say like, hey, you can't do this. The show came back from break and you were gone. Nobody's there to tell these powerful people like you can't fuck around like this.
I want to ask you
and then it becomes okay.
About addiction, seriously, this question, right?
All right, how serious? You're sober way longer than I am, so I don't know what you're asking me.
But I've had cousins and family members who died of overdoses young, right? We had no idea they were addicts. How could they hide that from you?
I don't know. Maybe you weren't looking hard enough.
No, because to me, and I'm sure when I think of addict, I think of someone nose running, sniveling, you know what I mean? Like somebody in an alleyway, you know, it isn't always like that, right? You don't think?
No, it's not, because you got to hit really hard rock bottom for that first.
Because like I said, they're not always like that.
Whenever I think of an addict, Mike, I just look in the mirror. Play the music.
God, I hope there's a theme to this podcast, because right now we've touched on pedophilia and drug fucking addiction, right?
Yeah, you see my notepad, it's blank. I knew this would just roll. But yeah, I think that without anybody telling you it's wrong, you know, you could pretty much do what you want. But then you got this backlash now in the birth of the hashtag Me Too movement. You know, Harvey Weinstein probably thought I could do whatever the fuck I want.
Oh, no, he thought that forever.
His trial may not even happen. They're saying they're finding a lot of evidence saying it's been forced or coerced, and this trial may not even happen. He may walk out scot-free.
It could happen. I don't doubt it.
I thought that door was slamming shut, and like when I thought about the magnitude, not only would he just have this bad, maybe you can't work again, but you can still have your mansion and your paycheck. I was like, he's going to lose everything. Like, it's a hard fall. And
he may be able to backpedal out of this.
But you know, here's the thing about Weinstein that got me. If you heard the tapes, if you heard of when the one chick who recorded him,
awkward.
Dude, he's like, listen, I'm ugly, I'm a Jew. Like, wow. Wow. Like, don't you want to come on? I was like, I'm powerful. Do you want a job or not? Like, be a fucking man. Don't be a little whiny, sniveling little
He went right to pity.
Pity. Come on. Look at me. Like, his wife is hot. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know how he got her, obviously, but dude, you can land hot puss, but the fact you went, I'm ugly, I'm a Jew, like right out, like first things out of his mouth. He went to bait in a heartbeat. What's that?
He wanted the crybaby population to fall in love.
That'd be fun to me. Like, really, this guy who's a notorious cocksucker in the industry came out like a big pussy in the first literally 3 seconds.
And what's great about
unless it's been cut down.
Those tapes that were great was she's just saying to him very, very clean cut. Yeah. You just asked to see my breasts. Like, this is wrong. And then he turns into this very vulnerable person when he starts talking like that. It's such a weird, like, dichotomy how he just switches to that.
Right.
So, like, no, wait, pity me. Like, it becomes so awkward so quick.
Right.
Like, that creep just comes out from behind, like, the corner and you just see him, like, what he is. Whereas if she didn't point that out or say no, well, he'd still be like the predator alpha beast that he was, you know?
Yeah. It's funny, too, though. You think when she's and if you listen to the tape, those are set up questions. You're like, all right, you're fucking wearing a wire. There's no way around that.
No.
Like, this is almost like Chris Hansen on To Catch a Predator. Like, Bitch, all right, you got me. All right, where is Chris Hansen? The other room? Like, I'm gonna go take a shower. It's on its way? Like, shit like that. You're being set up. How could you not know? Like, even the worst cop shows in the world, these are set up questions.
He was a smart enough man to know he was being, you know what? He didn't become the head of a studio like that.
Yeah, but how many times did people say throughout the years, like in passing or in jokes, that, hey, he's like this and nothing? So maybe he was like, people already know I'm like this and I get away with it.
Even Damon Affleck, like, Harvey, calm the fuck down. Like, they even had to, they put him on like a media blackout. Those guys disappeared for a hot second because they knew about it.
You're right. He couldn't be like, fuck you, I'm Harvey Weinstein his whole life.
It's so crazy. And you know that these things are wrong. When you get away with it, it's like anything else for so long. And then when you finally get stomped on for it, all of a sudden you feel this thing like, oh my God, I fucked up.
Holy hell breaks loose.
But you've been fucking up for years, and you've been giving yourself a pass. It's incredible.
Right.
Like even the Louis C.K. thing, right? I think he was punished way too much because of his actions.
Sure.
But when that came out, like for everybody to hear, like, can you imagine that feeling like I'm exposed? And it's so much of what I did. It wasn't like I got caught doing it once. I've been doing this for years.
You know who saved his balls big time? Sarah Silverman. She was on Stern a month ago saying, yeah, he used to do that all the time. Some days I'd be cool with it. Some days go, Louis, put your fucking dick away. She said what they used to do also was in a hotel, throw their clothes over the side of a wall into like an atrium, get in the elevator naked and go get them and like race to see if and the whole exhilaration or thrill of getting caught was always like at the forefront of their mind. So it's kind of like, all right, you kind of offset it by saying, he used to do it. It's not a big deal.
I heard that interview with the direction. Sarah Silverman way up in points with me after that interview. So she used to like do that. But you really think that saved him? Because I was like, all right, this happened like over a year ago, and now she's coming out and going, hey, this was kind of cool and normal for me.
It didn't save him, but it offset a lot of it. It helped offset something. It's kind of like you're down $5,000 in betting. You're like, fuck, but then you make another bet for like 25. You're like, all right, it's not as bad. I'm down 2,500, but it's not as bad as being $5,000.
Got people back on his side.
Well, sure. I don't know. I feel like whoever was already stayed on his side was on his side already, and whoever he lost. But he came back, and it was a negative.
The thing that annoys me the most is there's a lot of comics he helped. People opened from the garden, got them all over TV, and they all just turned on. They're assholes.
Well, more than the comics, it's the audience members who like to complain when it's a walk-in showcase show, and he comes in, and then they want to complain. I feel like they're the ones that are making the biggest stink about it. They think he just shouldn't work ever again. But what do you do? Like, if I get fired from my job, I can go find another construction job. What do you do when you're a comic? That's your job. Like, what is he supposed to do?
No, he'll be back. I mean, come on. Look at Dice, all those other guys. Kinnison, not Dice. I should say Kinnison.
He's dead. Did he come back?
No.
Well, Dice cursed pistol.
Yeah, everyone burns. Comedy's like the one place you can burn a bridge and like maybe revisit down the road. Maybe. Listen, he's still working. Besides, he made a truckload of fucking money. He's not. All he needs is like a little more time heals all wounds, right? 6 more months. Would you be surprised when the Louis C.K. fucking concert series tour starts up again?
No, but I thought this was long enough. How much longer now?
No, I agree. This has been too much.
And he addressed it right away too. At least he said, "Okay, I did this. I'm gonna step back for a while."
He didn't try to hide it or backpedal.
Yeah, what's that chef's name? That fat fuck with
Mario Batali. I ran him outside of his fucking building.
Was he wearing the clogs?
Yeah, he was. That's how I knew it was him. He's got the fucking. I'm like, he's walking and he looked at me and he smiled. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I see this guy. You could see it's a ponytail tucked in a baseball hat. He had glasses on. I go, kind of looks like. I look down, fucking Crocs. I'm like, fucking Battalion. I called my buddy. I told him because we have a funny story. We were at Giant. My buddy saved tickets for the Giants. We go, not that much anymore this year because they suck. But 2 years ago, we go take the elevators because his seats are the last row at the top of the stadium, and you have to talk to the woman to let you in to go take the elevator. So what my buddy does, he always says, "Oh, my buddy, he has MI." So I'm like, all right, I just play along. I have MI. Mario Batali tried getting in the elevators and they shut him out. And we were, of course, hammered because we were drinking in the parking lot like responsible adults do before going to a football game. We're hammered. We're like, fuck you, Mario Batali. Can't get in the fucking Giants. You pussy, you ginger piece of shit. We're just harassing him outside because he couldn't get down the elevator, as we did to ascend to the last row at the top of the stadium. Who are we to shit at anybody, right? So there you go. That's my Mario Batali story.
You're somebody who got in the stadium. You shit on him all you want.
Yeah, but that was called Man vs. Food. I met him, Adam Richman.
Okay. I don't remember that show. No, I know of the show. I never seen it.
He was that guy.
I know
those weird food challenges.
Did you challenge him to something?
No. He was
a cock eating contest, you son of a bitch? No.
No, but those food guys are weird. Like, what was the guy's name? Andrew Zimmer, the guy that ate all the bizarre foods, all that weird street food in fucking Ethiopia.
I ate weird food too. It was called pledging.
So I had a bizarre moment about 2 weeks ago, Mike. I'm at work putting furniture together, and I hear Mike Bocchetti's voice on the show I listen to every day, Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Oh no!
Yeah, tonight I saw you.
That's why people have it that day on there.
It's so weird to hear my friend like on a show I listen to every day, and all of a sudden there's a voice I know. It's incredible.
It's kind of surreal, but I mean it's fun.
Well, it's weird because when I do this with you, I get you here, you talk, your feelings, you're just Mike Boschetti.
Of course.
When you're on these shows, they get you. I don't know how they wind you
be
up.
angry, Kevin.
You're talking about
they know I got a really
fuck
bad
this
temper.
person.
They're fucking gonna be hostile.
Fuck this person. Fuck that
They
person.
love getting me beefed up. They
I'd
really
love to drag her outside and beat the shit out of her. I was like, Jesus Christ, Boschetti, where's this button on you?
No, but the thing is, it's in there. Everybody has a button in them. I don't care. You know what I mean? Everybody has a bad side to them. You just gotta fucking control it.
That day you didn't want to control it.
No, I let it out.
You should. You're on satellite radio. Why the fuck not?
No, I let them have it. But
How was the Bennington Thanksgiving party? All good? You were at that, right?
Ron's thinking.
Okay.
He looked at you like, what the fuck? Either what the fuck are you talking about, or shut up, asshole.
Before he answered, I had this feeling of, oh God, I don't know my information. This is all wrong.
I'm so sorry. I just recall it. I like doing their shows, but one of the most I'd love to get back on Howard again if we can get on there. It's been like
Why
10
can't
years
you?
ago. It's a lot different now.
No, I know, yeah, but why?
No, but the guests they have on there now are all like, and Gilbert can't even get on there now.
Well, Lisa Lampanelli was banned for a long time, and then she just showed up to do the final roast for Ronnie, and then that's it. And she quit.
I've been trying to get back on. What I've been doing is Sal from Howard Stern Show is a good friend of me, right? I've been submitting song parodies. I've been writing at home and recording them to give to him about all the people on the show.
Should have brought some in.
I have them at home.
If a Stern Sal, okay, I got you.
No.
Not this shitty podcast. That's what he's saying to you.
No, but the thing is, you got to find your way into this business somehow, one way or the other.
I would just love to be on any of those shows that you. I got on with Mike once. He was on Bennington, and he had me come. This is how I weaseled my way into the Opie podcast.
You didn't weasel your way. You just came by to
Mike
hang
was
out.
like, Opie's coming to interview me for his podcast. Why don't you come over? I left work early, made up an excuse, and I went there, and I just ended up on his podcast just like that. So I thought that would happen when we went to Bennington, and I sat in the corner like a cuck and just jerked off while I watched them have their little radio interview.
No, but it's kind of Ron.
Same thing at Kumia Studio, the Compound Media too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
keep trying to weasel in, just hoping.
No, but Ron is out of all of them. I like Ron.
He was
because
nice.
He's laid back. He don't break balls. He wants to see what you're about. Like that's how Anthony is in a way.
It's such a weird feeling though. Like you're there to be on the show. You're supposed to be there, and here I am with my pass that I just got because I'm. What's my purpose then? I'm just sitting on a chair watching.
You're his handler.
Pretty much.
No, it don't matter.
I'm this weirdo that's in a corner in a chair while they're trying to do a radio.
No, because they don't want to bring people up there as long as people are cool. You know, they don't really bother. They like it actually. Because you're a fan too. They like it.
Yeah. Ron was, I'm a fan of Ron. When I told him that and shook his hand, I remember like it was just very like, I don't know if he's shy or whatever. Like you don't hear that on the radio, but when you meet him in person, look him in the eye, he kind of is like, oh, okay. And he just, he
is kind of laid back more than the rest.
It's weird when you meet, like I'm sure you've met a lot more. You've been on Sirius XM and stuff, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you meet these people, like for me, it's always a new thing when I get to meet these people I either listen to or fans of his comedy, and then I get to meet them or maybe perform with them. Like when I went to Compound Media, I meet Anthony Cumia, right? He's the first one I met out of being a fan of Opie and Anthony for years. And I get there, I took off early from work another day. I get there and there they are. I see Artie, and then Artie had his little thing where he disappeared to go do
like an hour and a half.
And I remember sitting in this studio going, wow, like they're just as fucked up as I am.
Oh no, they're even worse because they had me dressed as fucking Mrs. Doubtfire that day.
Yeah, I stood there with Mike while he got changed in the hallway into a woman.
Kevin, I look like a cross between Mrs. Doubtfire and fucking Al Pacino and fucking Donnie Brasco.
I don't know why, but I'm starting to get a little too messing. Look at that. Holy, I'm getting a little hard.
And then there was a porn star there. I think it was, what's her name? Marie.
So many whores.
Whatever. She's there just to be a porn star and show her tits. Like that's her day at work. And I just had worked on the Goethals Bridge that day, and now I'm there, and I'm thinking like, this is so weird. Like working a regular job, and like that's her job is to sit here now and just show her tits. Like that's how she makes money. And here
you are hanging from a bridge, fucking literally risking your ass to do that.
It's so crazy,
and she takes a fucking load to the face and makes, I don't know how much you make, but I'm sure she could still be more per hour.
So she's on Jim and Sam all the time. I know her fucking name.
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane. Yeah, she was there that day.
She's about late 20s now.
Yeah, I don't find her that.
I met her.
I see why she's cute.
I met her on Penthouse, on the Judging the Penthouse competition up there. I picked her as
sounds like hard, grueling work.
Mike, you got these two hairs. It looks like every time you shave, you just miss these two hairs. But for the last 6 months, because they're so long, You see them? They're on the right side of your face.
I can't see. You might turn your head.
Mike,
Other way,
Mike.
I got to shave him, Sal.
Take your hand out of the way. Show Kevin. Now turn your head. Look forward, actually. Look forward.
I can't see what I'm looking at here. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, but you
look like Sylvester the Cat whiskers.
No, but the thing
He's
is,
had to miss those for 6 to 8 months for them to do that.
You're like the Asian guys who refuse to pluck the hair out of their balls that grow like a foot and a half long.
the thing is,
Lightning wouldn't miss that many
the
times.
thing is, for the past 2 years, after having a heart attack, I've been using an electric razor, right?
Okay.
Because at first I was on blood thinners, and if you got cut,
Yeah, my dad is. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Right.
You can't clot.
But now I love being the electric razor, but it's like it's a pain in the ass. Sometimes.
Are those the two hairs though that are like holding all the blood?
I gotta really look at
those?
them when I get home. I'm like,
I've been looking at them since they picked you up, and I was like, how do I say this?
say it. I don't care.
Go get your wife up here with a pair of tweezers, and she'll pluck him on the air.
I had the weirdest
How
thing
great would that be?
happen to my face yesterday. So my new sleep apnea mask, I attributed it to this. I woke up yesterday and I had a red dot on my nose like Rudolph right here.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, I was going to ask about that, but I thought maybe you got in a fight with a rat. I don't know.
But so it looks like I got like scratch or something out, but yesterday it was just red. So I said, all right, leave it alone. By the end of the night, it had formed many whiteheads, and I was like, this is an issue. So I went home here, and then I squeezed. You know when you squeeze a pimple, it comes out of the head, and
it blasts right like a rocket on the mirror. I love that. Here's the little pop too.
What this one did though was it formed a horizontal. When I squeezed, instead of it coming out straight from that exit point, it formed a horizontal line from left to right on my nose of all pus, and it all came out from that. And I said, what the fuck is in my nose? I thought it was like MRSA, but I put a little Neosporin into
no,
MRSA. That's a
mask is a pain in the ass. I woke up with a mask and looked like a fucking raccoon with all the marks on my, like, it's all over you.
You two idiots are missing out on comedy gold. Why are you doing the show in your CPAP mask right now?
It's genius.
Thank you. This is why I have a show.
Bochetti's Basement, right? That should be a segment. They should call it sleep apnea or some shit.
I have an episode.
Interview people with their fucking mask on. Like, I'm great. Here's another question for you. I'm sorry to interrupt. I got my fucking AD in mind.
Please do.
And this might be a little personal. You can always answer this or not, Sal, but did your wife ever say, fuck it, one morning, wake up, and then just start banging you while you wore your CPAP mask?
No, it's never been like that. When we were together before the mask, so she was afraid the mask would be like this big change. But then once I wore it and the snoring went away, she was really happy. No, I always got to remove the mask first because there's always drool. There's all sorts of nasty stuff.
It's horrible.
So she would never let you get on top of her while you wearing your mask and just fucking humping away?
No, I'd probably pull the mask off the night table, then by the tube would be...
Oh, it's attached. Yeah, I know what they're. Oh, it's connected. Okay.
It's really
how funny would that be if she just rolls over, just gets on top? Like, no, keep the mask on. She's just grinding out your dick. I'm sorry to be so.
You could probably get some foreplay done. I might have done that with the mask. I don't know.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. Yeah, you did.
See the mask, it freaks them out sometimes, right?
Freaks me out. Like this is the worst time of year because you get one clogged nostril or whatever. It felt like I was suffocating.
Like bronchitis season.
Last night. Awful.
The two of you should have the show. So anyway, Mike, what are we doing next week on the fucking show? Well, so what we're going to do, we're back on Ari on Stone a few years ago.
Yes, I turn your machine off.
No, but the
you know, that joke sucked. Click.
You're annoyed me. Listen to this. You hear me gasp and take my machine, my mask is off.
You guys are missing.
The thing is that.
Damn it.
But the thing is, I was shocked when I heard Sal
Comics watching sleep paralysis.
Kevin, I was shocked when I heard Sal had it because usually at first I thought it was big fat fucks with big necks that have it.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with that, right?
Well, it does. I have my tonsils. They want to remove them, but I also have the central where your brain.
No, but I'm saying, but you're a thin guy next to me. Usually it's big.
I have central sleep apnea on my
tonsils. A lot of people are thin guys next to you, Mike. Let's be honest.
Everybody with sleep apnea is a surprise to you, Mike.
Yeah, it's interesting.
No, but people can have the operation. My doctor told me I could have it, but it may not work. What are you going to be cut open for? For the fun of it?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be cured because the VA takes care of me because of that little thing. I don't want to lose that care.
No.
That quality care.
That quality, socialized care.
No, you got to let them do. You did a service for your country. They should fucking kiss your ass for the rest of your life.
You think that's how it should be, right? And on paper, but yeah, from what I've obviously heard, and what Sam sure was about to tell you, he's going to agree that it's garbage.
I got more than my fair share from them, and then I see people who really served their country, like they were in the shit, and then they got fucked up. And I hear that they don't get the care, and I'm surprised. I'm like, because it went very easily for me. I put in what I was injured for, and they took care of me. And there's people that went through way fucking worse. They had the VA reps, but when I was applying for the disability, like the advocates, they were like, "Oh, well, you had alcoholism problems. You should claim PTSD and mental." I was like, "But I don't have I've met people like that." What's
the benefit if you were to do that?
Will I get more of a percentage? Maybe. Yeah, because at the time when I was putting the claims in, it could get approved or denied. It's approved today, but just to make it look more things. Like I knew a kid who he purposely, when he went for his examination, he didn't shave or shower for like on purpose for like days and days and days. So he looked like
Bocchetti, right?
Oh, it was you, Mike. It was Mike. Yeah, going with those hairs.
Go there with worms in his butt.
Because I did a show at a nursing home. There was a couple of vets. One was a World War II vet, and I put a smile on his face. You know what I said? I go, "You're the great generation." That's the first thing I said to him. I go, "If it wasn't for guys like you, we'd be eating sauerkraut with chopsticks now, and everybody looked like Cuddy Tong."
Cuddy Tong! Wow! What a fucking deep cut Channel 7 Eyewitness News reference. Cuddy Tong!
He laughed his ass off. I see him chuckling. I go, "What are you guys like you? We all be eating fucking sauerkraut with chopsticks."
Who are you talking to, Mr. G?
I'm so fucking Marvel.
I look like Cuddy Tong right now.
Jesus Christ. Is Butel going to make a fucking entrance in this podcast tonight, too?
I did get heckled by fucking, what's his name? He's a famous guy, Ernie Onastis in the diner. I thought,
of course. He's a Greek. Of course he's in the diner, right?
Like at a comedy club, I got heckled by him, and I'm like, he was like being an asshole in the audience.
Well, Mike, that's when you show up at the news studio.
I said, "Okay, Mr. fucking Channel 11." I let him have it.
Yeah, he's in all the minor New York channels. Just never. He was on Channel 7. That's right. He was on 7, 11, and 9.
But he thinks he's like international. He's an idiot.
You know who's on Channel 11 who's hot as fuck?
Everyone.
Tamsil Fidel. You know what that is? Shannon Elizabeth's cousin.
Ooh, I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't either until they showed something in the post, and they said that Shannon Elizabeth, that's her first and middle name, and then you would never know that she's, I think, Persian.
And she's doing more work than Shannon Elizabeth is.
Yeah.
Where is Shannon Elizabeth?
She was my God, dude. Her and Tara Reid. I mean, I must have coughed enough DNA to fucking create the entire state of Wyoming after those two films.
Tara Reid took a dive. Like, did Shannon Elizabeth take a dive, or she's still just what she is?
If I recall correctly, she married a guy. Then she started playing poker, like a rich dude. Then she's playing poker. Cigars. Yeah, dude, she still can fucking get it.
How's Carmen Electra looking these days?
Not good.
But then we talk about Lindsay Lohan, how much she I don't know why with Lindsay Lohan, like when I saw she opened the club in Greece and like a lot of people
Mykonos, yeah.
It made me feel good that she's doing like she doesn't seem like she's doing all right, but she's
do what you know best.
She's early 30s now, right?
She's not pouring on the streets. Like there's hope for. I don't know why that makes me feel better. Like it'll be okay for me if it's okay for her.
Did you see Machete, the film? She's in that and she's topless. Her tits are fucking fantastic.
But she doesn't look like that anymore. Either.
No.
That was like, the beginning of her blacklisting.
Oh, God.
I that movie.
I dated this girl who was, right before I got married, who was 6 foot. Like she was tall. She was almost as tall as I am. And she looked like Lindsay Lohan if she would have aged the right way. Not a redhead, but she was blonde, but facially, freckles, huge natural tits. And she was, I'm sick and tired of being told that. I'm like, oh my God, she was a fucking smoke show. But yeah, like you age like Lindsay Lohan should have.
Did you see the video of her talking to the Syrian refugees in California?
No, but I'm sure it's a laugh riot.
It is. And, you know, if we weren't on YouTube Live right now, I'd be able to play it so we could all hear it on the headphones. But I was like, we're not going to watch YouTube clips today. But
she's being super sweet to them?
You would think, but there's something wrong with it. It's literally a woman, her husband, and their 2 kids, and they're on a blanket in the streets, and it's got to be like LA. Well, she's in Greece now. It would make sense if it was in Greece because I don't think we're taking Syrian refugees. But she's going up to them and she's basically saying, come with me, I'll get you a hotel, but not the husband. You got to stay. But she's in between talking to them. She just keeps saying one word in Arabic, like trying to show she speaks many languages now.
Oh, that's like Hillary Clinton with the fucking Jew references when she was running for president. Like, I'm one of your people because I have a lot of chutzpah. Like, all right. Yeah. Pandering.
Well, when she went to the Black Caucus and she said, I am in no ways tied. It's like, you don't talk
and she pulls hot sauce out of her purse. Like,
the Jews hate that we fucking pandered them that.
Anyone hates when you pander to them. I don't care what race you are.
She's in these Syrian refugee faces, and they, after a while, they're just like trying to laugh at it, like, "Oh, we're okay. Please leave us alone." And then they get up to leave, and she follows them, and she's going, "You're taking your kids and you're abusing them by not letting them come with me." She goes, "You're human trafficking," and then she goes to grab the kid, and this woman turns around. She's a big in a burqa Syrian woman and punches her. It's great. But that's what she's up to.
I would still fuck Lindsay Lohan. Make no bones about it.
She's got that weird accent now too.
I don't care.
She claims that it's from speaking many languages. She has a new
accent. Oh, good. She's multilingual. Good for her. Me, so am I. I speak Spanish, Ebonics, and English.
But you still sound like you have the same American accent you've always.
Nothing's
hasn't changed, you, Kev.
No, that hasn't. You know. I'll always be Kevin from the block.
All right, so let's get to comics watching comics.
Oh, okay.
Kevin's homegrown show that's now on Amazon
I was asking
Prime.
Sal what season he was on with you guys.
Sal, what were you, 3 or 4? You're 4?
For 3 and 4, I was part of the filming of 3 and 4, and then I think I came out at the beginning of 4.
Who was your panel?
It was Madrinos, Sean
4.
Lynch,
Yeah, that's
and
4.
I forget the girl.
Amy Shanker.
Right. Sorry, Amy Shanker. That's me. I just don't memorize things. The cool things have come from that. That was we've talked about it many times with Kevin. When I lied to get on, I didn't do well.
Oh, he's telling me that.
A lot of your Staten Island brethren have lied to get on and it paid the price.
Yeah, I talk to them and I tell everybody, you know what? Don't fucking lie. Just do it the right way because, hey, you will regret it. And they go, oh, Sal lied and did it. And I think Kevin's just like, fine. You want to be fodder? We need people to look stupid. Just go ahead. Come on. I warned you. I don't know if I talked to you before or the Turnpike Comedy Festival. Have I talked to you after that Madrino show?
Yeah. What about it? I haven't talked to you about that.
It was cool because it was kind of a continuation for me, not doing well in front of Jimmy a few years ago on Comics Watching Comics. Then he accepts me into his New Jersey Turnpike Comedy Festival, and I went, and it was in a cool little room, and I had I was told the best set of the night, and it was cool to do that in front of him again. You know, cool. I even got to sit down with him and like talk about Comics Watching Comics, and it's weird because you see
what did he say about it?
You see the judges on the show, and you think, and, you know, if they're particularly vicious, you go, okay, well, you know, this is how the show is, and they just know that, and they're just doing their job. But he was like, actually, I felt bad doing that, and I was like, and now I feel bad that I made him feel bad by having a negative reaction to how I was judged, because it's like, well, that's how it's supposed to be. You don't want to change, you know. But he's like, no, I felt bad that I did that. He actually made a point to say the way people would be judged at the Turnpike Comedy Festival would not be in like that sort of way.
It wasn't like we had anyway. The judge would go, what should I do? Go, be you.
Right.
You. And Mandrinos wasn't that bad. Like Lynch was the worst one in that panel.
Sean loves him.
I love me some Lynch. Amy was a little, she'd fire a remark. But Mandrinos, and I think every panel, and this is sometimes intentional, sometimes unintentional, there's always like someone who wants to be like an expert, like the comedy expert, or I call Richie Redding the Snopes of the show. He will fact find and go, no, that's bullshit. You know, Mandrinos was kind of like that for 4, 5. I don't think we had him in for 5 like that. 6 was, I guess, more Carol. 7 was Richie again. And then I think 8 in your panel, I would say would be, I guess, Eddie. Like there's someone who's always trying to be like the professor about it. And that's what Jim was. I don't think he was. I mean, he had some moments where he got a shot in, but he wasn't that bad. I
remember Lynch was the one that I feel like hurt me the most. And then I got to see him at the Comics Watching Comics live show with Redemption, which is just up now, right?
Yeah, that's been up for about almost a month now. Yep.
And I remember when I saw him there, and everybody had such a great time. He was like, he even acted like he was vindicated. He was like, I'm just so happy everybody was happy and had a good time. It was just really cool that all of that came out of that. You know, it was very, I don't know.
He's cathartic. Lynch is a good guy like that because he always loved goofing on people and breaking balls. Those long.
Oh my God.
Jeffrey Gurian you had on too as a judge. And he said something I remember at the time that I just was like, because I thought everybody was being shitty. I was like, oh, that's shitty. And now if I checked it out again a couple months ago and I heard what he said, I'm like, wait, that's actually a compliment. He said, this comic reminds me of a young Sal Coladinato. And now that is a younger Sal Coladinato, I'm like, wait, that's kind of like a compliment.
Right.
When you put a little time between what you hear, you interpret things so wrong the first time you hear them.
No, you got to listen to what's a couple of times.
Sometimes you can't interpret things correctly.
No, but that's the whole lure of the show is not listening to the last comic standing bullshit. You were great. That was wonderful. Fantastic.
And then they're fucking you behind the scenes, right, Mike?
Yeah.
I've seen people, but they also let people have it on there. Like
no, they did not.
Well, Rogan
barely. Okay, here's the difference. I'm talking about, sorry, I should clarify. The one with Roseanne, because it's the most recent one, and Keenan Ivory Wayans and Norm fucking sucked. The only person on that panel was worth the shit was Norm. He's like, you suck. This sucks. Here's why. A, B, C, D. Roseanne and Keenan like, this is great. This is wonderful. Oh my God, you're destined to be great. No, it was garbage. It was boring.
That's surprising from Roseanne. Well, I could see it from Keenan.
No, Roseanne, I thought it's fucking hammer people, especially her.
Yeah, it was a big kiss out, and that's why because that was the most recent one. That's why I did not want to do.
How long ago was that?
4 years, maybe.
That was before her fall. I'm sure she could go back now and do it. She'd rip everybody apart.
No, but the thing about Huddle is, at least you know where you stand with Roseanne. She'll tell you.
And that's the thing with this show. At least you know where you stand. Look, do you want to hang out with their same 15 circle jerk buddies and hear the same? You're fucking great. No, you're never gonna get better that way. Sorry, sometimes it had to be a wake up call. And our buddy right now, Ray Vasquez, will come on here, and I guarantee if I said Ray, blow me, he would. Because I gave him the fucking wake up call. I did. The show gave him the wake up call that he needed, and he'll fucking say that to the day he dies. I'll wager.
Yeah, Ray Vasquez, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's good if people let you know what you're doing wrong. You can correct what you're doing then.
Yeah, did you hear my fucking non-statement? I thought I was going to say something. I just went, yeah, Ray Vasquez, man. That was my contribution to the table. Christ. There should be a guy with a gun who sits at that chair at the end and just points it at you.
Waving at you every time.
He's bored. He's doing spins because Kevin's talking. Then I go to talk and he's just ready.
No, but the thing is, you can learn a lot by people telling you if you listen.
That's the only way you learn fucking anything in life. There's so many times where I've been criticized anywhere in life.
Me too.
I'm like, what a fucking cunt. And then when you actually accomplish what they're saying you should have, you went, oh, wait, because you're not carrying that baggage of your failure anymore. And you go, wait, yeah, I'm glad I'm not comfortable in that fucking bubble.
Yeah, but I was very paranoid in the beginning. Like when I did open mics the first year, I was like, am I really funny? They're laughing at me, be set up in front of regular people. And
they're laughing at those 2 hairs that were growing up the side of your face.
And I don't know. I don't even know still. I've done a lot less stand-up recently since the child's been born the last 2 months. And that's fine. It is what it is.
Your main focus.
But I went
number one.
I signed up for the comic strip audition, which it seems like
why
people just because everybody in my peer class was doing it 8-9 months ago, and people. So I did it. I went down there and I did it when I was getting up constantly, and I was like, "This is the next thing to do." I mean, I've auditioned for fucking Broadway. Why wouldn't I audition for a comic strip? You know what I mean?
Because it's way up there, and you have to wait to fight to see if you're going to go and perform for free late night when you live here, and that's on the Upper East Side.
I go to work. I know it seemed very. As it got closer, it seemed very. Like unrealistic. Like, how would I keep up with this? But I went because all right. So the kid was born. October came after months of having signed up, and that day I remember the kid was like three weeks old, and I was like, shit, I don't even want to go. So I got myself all day. I was dreading it. I got myself in a mindset to go. I got my shower. I got my shoes on. And they called me and rescheduled me for a month later, November. Right.
All right.
So I think it's November 16th. So now I get up for work on November 13th, and it's the first day of the year that I feel sick. I actually feel I was like, oh, I took the subway yesterday. I feel sick, and then my phone lets me know it's tonight. So I went to work in Manhattan, got off work, came home, showered, went all the way back. I forced myself to do it. You know what? The crowd was happy with me, and then I got off, and the owner he wasn't bad. He just went, hey, I love your stage presence, but your material needs work. Fine. But then TJ Miller came up to me at the end of it, shook my hand. He probably didn't even mean it, but he said, hey, man, great set. And that was like enough, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know if I'm funny. Obviously,
you're not. No, just kidding.
Yeah, but
comics watching comics.
But the thing is, it's probably going to be other comics going to pull you into the game. Sometimes bookers and owners don't always, you know what I mean?
No, you're 100% right.
How could you judge? I don't know if I should judge. Like, that's where I get all the unhappiness from this.
Because the thing is, it's first of all, it's subjective. The important thing is making that audience laugh, no matter how you have to do it.
TJ Miller had a hot lady with him, too. I think it's his girlfriend. And the thing
He's married, I thought.
Oh, maybe that's his wife. But the thing was, he went up, and then we were told the auditioners sit in the back. So I'm sitting where I am, and he comes up, and I'm sitting at a table with 2 chairs, and he goes, hey, can I sit there? But he was nice, and he goes, is that all right? I'm like, yeah, but you're fucking TJ Miller. Take the table.
Hey, man, can I sit there? You say it like that?
Yeah, and then I opened. It's exactly
TJ Miller impression.
That was class. That's exactly what it did. And I opened up my set with
one.
that about how he bumped me out of my seat, and of course he gets it because he's TJ. And I said, "Hey TJ, who the fuck am I? I don't know. That's why you get the chair." But you can see when I was addressing him, he was like waiting for me to say something shitty, but it didn't go that way. And I think that's why, he was nice afterwards.
Hey TJ, you queef, loved you in Deadpool. That's great.
The guy from fucking Deadpool.
People he's expecting assholes to fucking hammer him now. That's what it is.
But the comedy club owner was pretty much like not worthy, you know. But when I was at work at my menial job the next day, I just thought, hey, just having that guy come up and be nice, like that really kind of.
But like I said, it's usually going to be other comics you're going to call and say, put him in with us. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be TJ Miller. I don't think I'm going to be getting.
You don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Just happy my car wasn't towed that night.
No, but the thing is, it varies with people. Like,
oh, and then the sign falls.
That means
the sign of the sign.
That means Adam Sandler's going to put us all in a movie tomorrow.
Oh my god, I don't think that's what it means. That was just like a slight elbow. Comics watching comics.
Waka.
So season 7's in the next few weeks.
Yes.
And Mike is on season 8, right?
He is on season 8. We have a new bastard panelist in season 8 too, I might add. Eddie Brill joins us as a
That was great. That was a great
wasn't
day
it?
with him, right? He's been around like 80 million years.
Yeah, he was great. I became friends. Actually, we have lunch like every few weeks together. We went to a Yankee game together too. He's a great dude. He talks sports all the time.
Line comedy head because
he knows literally.
Robert Schimmel, all great comedians that were fucking phenomenal. He was friends with. It's like everybody from Kennison to Schimmel, like all brilliant comedians.
He used to be roommates with Dennis Leary.
I love Leary.
Yeah, it was his first special. And so, I listened to it in high school. I didn't know that he borrowed heavily from Bill Hicks until I started doing comedy. But that No Cure for Cancer, that Eddie Murphy Raw were a couple, and Bigger and Blacker were like the three. I'm like, whoa, this is hot shit. And then David Tell's Skanks of the Memories. I was like, hook, line, and sinker. I'm sold. That's comedy for you.
I never met him. But a friend of mine had opened for Hicks years ago. Bill died like a couple of years when I was a new comic, right?
Yeah.
My friend had opened for him in Chicago, right? He's on stage tanking it. Hicks is on stage tanking it. Nobody turns around and says, he goes, if you guys want goddamn Palmolive toothpaste jokes, the improv's that way.
And I kind of felt that about the comic strip, the type of comics who were doing well for the owner that night. They were solid completely. They were doing great with the crowd, but they were very they could go on TV right now.
They're TV friendly. That's what it is.
Very TV friendly.
But you know what? It's just generic. They just don't like any people taking chances.
I can't even shit on them for it. They were good. You know what I mean? It just was a different.
Well, you know what? The last time I did it like 2 or 3 times, and the last time I did it was me. I forgot the other guy, and a third guy. I will not say his name. Now the first guy, I forgot who it was. Was it John something, bearded guy, whatever. He had a good set. Like I was laughing. Like, okay, cool. Like if he gets it and I don't, I'm totally cool with it. I'm all about meritocracy, which stand-up I've learned very fast is not. I go on. I have a pretty good set too. I'm like, all right, I'm feeling comfortable. I should get it. If I don't, I'm like, well, what the fuck? The crowd was digging me. The third guy goes on, eats dick. So the other guy goes, hey, I'll give you a ride down to Pence. We're in the car, we're driving. And he goes, I gotta tell you, man, after we both discussed, he goes, did you pass? No. Did you pass? No. He goes, I gotta say, man, I was gonna tell you, I really liked your set. And if you would have gotten past, and since I didn't, I would have been cool with that. I go, you know what? I was just about to say the same thing. You had a fantastic set. Really liked it. And if I would have gotten past, but you would have been cool with that. I go, oh shit, I forgot my something back in the club. I said, hold on a second. Go back in the club, get it, ran in the third guy. Third guy's like, I said, what's up, man? How'd you do? He goes, yeah, I passed. I go, oh, cool, man. Congrats. I get in the car. I go, you wouldn't fucking believe it. We fucking passed it. We did it. This is bullshit. I am never doing this again. Fuck that.
I learned my lesson the hard way a long time ago. That fucking industry of weirdos, because I auditioned the strip like back in 1997.
You get a pen, I'll write his name down just to tell you who it was.
It is one on this table.
For an agent at United Talent Agency.
It was
years ago, right?
Was that?
There's a different owner, right, at the time, or was it still the same guy?
No, this guy Richie Tinkin always owned it. Lucian,
Richie was one who got.
There was a guy that died that owned it.
Lucian, no, he was a booker, really.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm auditioning up there back in '97 for Agent United Talent Agency.
That's who passed.
Gigantic agency, right?
You don't?
No, but I guarantee you, I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Oh yeah, of course you are.
God, the UK agent came to see me, right? Killed Unmerciful in that room, and he passed on me.
You're shitting me.
They don't really care. I don't know what they're looking for.
It's funny. Like I met with them. They're like, look, you did it backwards. You had a show on a place, but you don't have a big following for the show, or are you? So you need to go back before you go to the next stage and go to bigger following.
Yeah, but you know what a good thing you have is I didn't know that you did voiceovers.
My looks? No.
Voiceovers. I'm sure I didn't know that you did voiceovers.
Yeah.
Right? But that is a fucking great field to fucking get you in the door.
That's also some good money, right?
It is. It can be. Yeah.
But that's a great area.
You got to get an agent?
No, listen, I know.
Is it like a newspaper ad that you were
I fell into it. You know what? I've heard this when I started doing comedy. People go, you do voiceover? You got a good voice. I go, no. One night, Carlos Delgado, I don't know if you know who he is. Yeah. We're waiting. We did a show, Lower East Side, waiting for the fucking F train, which takes forever down the Lower East Side late. And he's like, hey, man, you ever think about doing voiceover? I go, you're like the third or fourth comic to say something to me. He goes, do me a favor. Look up my guy. Here's his name. He's a voiceover coach. He does reels.
You want to write that one down?
Tomas Bell. He's great. I'll fucking shout his name out. Tomas Bell did a great job. He goes, hit him up. He's this gay guy who is insanely opinionated. He will be honest. He goes, you are good or you fucking suck. Don't waste your time. I hit up the guy. He goes, come to my place in Bushwick. I go there. He's like, here are some reads. He coached me through the reads, recording. He goes, you know what? You got something. He goes, I don't take people's money I think are going to suck. He's like, I think you're good. Let's do a reel. Did a few coaching sessions, did a reel. Nikki Sunshine got me in my first, I love her too, in my first freelance agency. And then another, AJ Raj got me into the second one, which I don't work for anymore because they fucking blow. In that freelance agency. So yeah, I also do this stuff. It's called Voice 123. It's kind of like they put an audition up there. It's like, okay, here's the script. Read it, send it to us. They rate you, and then they'll contact you if they want to.
What a great way to audition. You don't have to stand in front of a table and be judged. They just send it to them.
It's great.
But that's the thing. You've got a great voice.
Yeah, I couldn't do it myself because I can't drop when I listen back to myself.
As that horrible Staten Island accent.
I can't get rid of it.
I sound like I'm in a fucking 1940s gangster movie.
And I mumble sometimes if I get too comfortable.
Hey, me the keys, you cocksucker. What the fuck?
You know what else I do? I chew nicotine gum into the microphone. I got to stop that, but it's
no,
me off smokes.
That's your brand.
No, but
that
can
Edward G. Robinson.
But seriously, that can get you in the door as well.
Well, shit, Mike, people getting in the door with me, please.
I'm saying voiceover. Listen to me sincerely, voiceover stuff, right?
Yeah.
You start making them enough dough in this, and they'll fucking bring you into other people.
I got a Trident commercial with 18 million views on YouTube, and I still don't have a fucking agent. You figure that one out, please.
Mike goes through agents like fucking
yeah,
agents.
But you know what?
Agents.
They're all fucking got the same agenda in mind. How much money are you going to make? And you know what?
That's fine. I am a variable money maker. I have made shows. I have shows. I am a bankable fucking asset.
I don't care. You're right, because that part I don't care about. Just let us know. Let us know if you really want to work with us. Don't fucking drag us through the mud. You know what I mean? Because the easiest thing for them to say, dude, I love, and they go on and on. Look, either yes or no.
The worst thing I found about learning through this whole process of talking to agents, no one wants to put their ass in the line and go, this is a good idea. No. Unless it's a guaranteed thing. They're like, no, I'm not taking a chance on this. Because they're going to get fucking fired. I'm like, but this is so low risk. This is such a low, everything here is made. This show is already done.
You know what it is?
There's so much content you can
got a great original show, and Hollywood has always been afraid of originality. Because
what's weird is Mike Alvino, he was supposed to come do this a couple times. He's friends.
Okay, just shoehorn the fucking. Yeah. This guy stood me up twice, cocksucker.
Yeah, he would be like, "Oh, you never made a date with me." And then when I got serious about it months later, whatever. He's written many scripts, and J.J. Abrams was into them, but didn't want to make them, but didn't want anybody else to make them. So they would pay him lots of money to
development deals.
They would take them and just shove them.
No, that's why.
Dirty.
They had clients with a lot of stuff like that, or stuff that's out there ready.
The fact that you have disposable income, not to make things, put it out there, take a risk, it's to make it go away. That's guaranteed lost money. It's gone. You know what I mean? Nobody else could do it.
And you can't even do anything with it after they buy them. You know what I mean? It's like you're stuck. Yeah,
you gave away your rights. It's a dirty, dirty game.
But they do that with agents. That used to do that with clients all the time too, because if they had a big star and someone else that was close to them, they would sign people and shelf them too.
Shelving people.
Shelf them
like little wooden soldiers.
Put them aside and just don't even use them.
Kevin, when you reached out to me to get Mike as a judge on Comics Watching Comics, so
can't thank you enough. Mike Bocchetti was an absolute joy to work with.
We had fun that day.
I was so happy to put you guys in contact.
Yeah.
One, Kevin's asking me for something, and number two, I could finally go, "Hey, Mike, I got something for you." That was nice.
It was fun.
Yeah, Mike, how about you get something from me? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not joking, actually. You got something for me?
The reason it took me by surprise a little, because Mike is very accessible. As somebody who's been in the scene for years, I got to know him because I remember you were on Jim and you were on Opie Radio. And I remember you just saying you were doing a fill-in show where it was you and Sandy Kane as the
fucking nightmare.
Sandy Kane, wasn't she in the Stern Show years ago? That name's very familiar.
She had
the naked cowgirl at times.
She had a lawsuit with the naked cowboy.
She's old then.
Yeah, very.
I thought she was like, never mind, Sandy Corn or something. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And Mike, somebody called into the show and they asked how to get in touch with Mike, and he's like, "Hey, on Facebook." And I was like, "That easy?" And I remember I just started the podcast. It was like almost 4 years ago. It'll be 4 years ago next month. I reached out to you, and Mike canceled on me every week.
Times I'm like,
and then I gave up, and it wasn't until Greg and Rob were regulars on the show that they reached out to you and got you over here.
They were like, "We're friends of Sal." I go, "Who's Sal?"
Right? That's what everybody says.
No. They go, "We're friends of Sal." I go, "Sal?" They go, "You know a guy?" And I go, "He's in the military." They start explaining. I go, "Oh, yeah. They go, we'll pick you up in your house. Come by with us.
So when you reach out to me, I was like, yeah, you can basically just message him. But
it's so much easier when you have someone who has a connect like that. Like, it's so much fucking easier. Like, if I were to reach out to you, Mike, I'm like, yeah, maybe. Yeah, but then you may yes me to death or not even fucking show up. But if Sal does it, I know
it's a good tactic. I felt important for 10 minutes. And you asked me, though, you said, will he cancel? And I was like, has he caught wind that Mike is you are a avid canceler? Well,
Visconti told me because
he's
No. Gino doesn't fuck around. Gino is always on time and he's never fucking done me wrong. I go, Gino, level with me because I would love to have Artie on the show. He goes, don't even fucking ask. He goes, he'll say yes. He'll agree to it. He'll be like, I'm all in. And he'll no-show you and he'll fuck you. He goes, and I will not put you through that. I go, thank you for your honesty.
Oh, yeah.
So Visconti, he's
Artie will let you know because people ask me the same thing. They're like, can you get something? I'm like,
how did you get there that day? Because I always got to pick Mike up.
Shuli. I met Shuli in the city.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What happened was,
all right.
I met him.
So you know how to take a bus. So just trying to figure.
No, but
you got a Metro card and all that.
No, but
God, Mikey.
I met him in the city, right?
Yeah.
We were supposed to actually meet by Madison Square Garden and take the train together, right?
Yeah.
New Jersey. Right. But all of a sudden, his trains weren't running from Queens. That's where he's coming from. So we got a van and we drove in together.
Where did you get a van from? Just picked one up off the street?
I think he rented it. I forgot if he rented it.
I thought it was his van. He made it sound like.
I think it was. But the day we went there, right?
His van,
then
except
we got
when he's
to the house.
court.
It was a huge complex. We're like, fuck, where is this? We're looking around and we're like, whoa.
So I always get my phone number because I think 2 people made it there the first pass. Visconti, one of them. Made it because like you said, it's a huge complex, like 6 buildings.
Yeah.
You have no idea. It's not labeled for shit. And the GPS will take you to like the wrong side if you put the exact address in. So I always say, here's my number. Fucking when you get there, call me and I will walk you through it.
I always wondered where Kevin domiciles. Like, what's it like? I imagine a really nice apartment.
It was really cool. It was very comfortable.
Oh, thanks.
Place. And the food around it was good. We ordered from
my wife loves to make food too.
When you had asked me, like, will Mike cancel? I was like, all right, well, he's known for canceling, but he's been really reliable lately, but he'd be really reliable for something like this. But then he'll have like a spot at some club in the city, and then he'll just cancel it last minute. And I'd be like, I could,
you know what?
Boggle my fucking mind.
The city is weird. I'm like,
Mike will call you and go, my finger hurts tonight. I can't make it 2 days from now. That type of thing.
Yeah, but
come on, Mikey.
His 2 hairs that aren't shaven are just jumping up and down in embarrassment.
Sal got me the hot seat.
My hair's caught in the door. I can't go anywhere.
Yeah, but I really have a bad attitude with the city though, because you know what? And then it's kind of weird. Like, it depends. I shouldn't get pissy with them. Like, you get a spot and you're thinking, is it fucking worth it for me to go up at 1 o'clock in the morning for some fucking idiots I'm not even making money. It's costing me money to come in for this.
Well, I was talking to you about the late night thing.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to my nightmare, Mike. But I was actually I was nervous. Like when the day came, I was like, I hope he shows it, and you did. I was very proud of you, Mike.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I thought after this we could get you a job, like at Walmart or something.
Oh my god!
No!
That is the show,
guys. I cannot stand in public. I'd have to be working in the back room doing something.
I would love to see you as a greeter.
Like, like it's Sam's Club yelling, "Hey, Sam's!"
Mike, handing out like free samples of food and shit
on Black Friday.
Oh no!
Mike had an idea for a show a few months ago. It was called, what was it? Bocchetti Works America or something like that.
Oh, it's like we would go.
And he would do people's jobs was his idea, and he wanted to go since Pat was Pat Haggerty's a roofer. He wanted to go on my roof, and I was like, Mike, the insurance debacle, you're not going on my roof.
No, because the idea of the show was everybody puts comics and actors on a pedestal. You know what I mean? Regular people are the best, like firemen, doctors. Everybody puts themselves out there for real, right?
Abortionists. I was thinking about they're doing the Lord's work.
I always forget the abortionists.
I was thinking about
the unsung hero of the hangar.
No, like we do a show, right? Like a radio type show. One day, I go with a traffic cop, help him direct traffic for a few minutes, right?
People will be mad you didn't.
And I know that I'm fucking horrible with that kind of shit, right? We'll bring him into the studio. We'll give my first how I thought it went, right? I'm like, dude, it was cool, and then bring him in.
I want to see you as like a meter maid.
Oh no!
I want to see you as a fast food worker on a rest stop on the turnpike, like the worst jobs possible.
I could not handle.
Yeah, the best, by the way. I love Royce. Like, I actually had an idea for a podcast. It's called "Where Did You Go Wrong?" Like, I'm gonna sit down with these people who work these shitty jobs. Go, where did you fuck up in life?
I'd be answering all day.
You get that guy from the Cosby Show who works at like what did he work at?
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
Yeah, he teaches like Shakespearean acting classes too now, I think.
Well, they hooked him back. Tyler Perry decided to scoop him up and make him something.
No. He declined that. Goes, I don't want this on charity. I want this on my own merit. He declined that.
I would take that charity.
Fuck yeah, I would.
Fuck that. You worked. You
but
did
you know
your
what?
time.
Though? Go in and audition anyway. If he wants to help you, let him help you, man.
That's great advice. I don't know what to say. Sorry.
I'm trying to think.
So many show ideas are being given on this show. I hope none of you scumbag listeners are going to take it. Patent pending.
They're all going to go to waste on my USB drive.
No, but I did have a good idea for a show called Tough Guys, Real and Fake.
Ooh.
All right.
Where you'd have a host, and the host would be like a Chuck Zito type who really is a fucking badass, really, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you'd bring someone on like
Ron Herron. Got it.
I'm loving it.
No, you talk about like
we got a host. We got Ron Herron. Go ahead.
Then you'd be talking about like TV tough guys, like talking about the Fonz and other people like that.
Fonz is no tough guy.
No, but
Chuck Norris, Walker, Texas Ranger.
No, but the thing is, like, to me, he was you know what I mean? Like being a fat bully kid, and you see the Fonz, and you know what I mean? It's like.
So you felt something for a Jewish guy in a leather jacket.
I'd be crying on the Fonz's shoulders.
That would be the show where you're trying to expose if he's tough or not. You just crying on the Fonz's shoulders. I'd be crying on the Fonz's
shoulders, going, "You saved my soul."
So how did it go when you were on Comics Watching Comics? I think of you, like you got to have some degree of I could slice
hostility.
Yes, and I can't. You're such a nice guy, Mike.
No, but there's deep dark.
After I failed my comic strip audition, I was in my like pity stage, and I was like, "Hey, James Matter, who was the host that night," I said, "I'll give you a ride back to Bay Ridge." And we were in the car. Any comic I mentioned you to, they not only know you, but they all have the same thing to say: the nicest guy on earth.
James is a good guy. You should call him Mad Dog.
Hey, Bubba, what's up, Bubba? That's his line. That's his line.
So,
he's from Vegas.
What gave
I know. Him and Shuli came over together.
Oh yeah, you told me he hangs with Shuli. Yeah. What gave you the idea to have Mike as a judge on your show?
Because he's God. What gave me the idea? He's if you don't know him, it's like you look at him and go, "This guy is an odd looking motherfucker." But you're like, when you know him, you're like, all right, you know, Bocchetti. Like I think we met in passing here and there at Broadway. We've done spots and that, but never really hung out. But it's like you've been around, you've done so much that most people don't know about. I think it's like let's bring him to the limelight. You have all those years of experience under your belt. Why the fuck not give you a forum to go? Hey, here's from 20 plus years I've been doing this shit. Here's what I can fucking say. And again, you're such, and this business needs more of it. You're such an original person. How many guys run around looking like me? Like, you know, we're in comedy. Not many. How many guys run around in Sal? Not many. How many people like you? Zero. There are zero Mike Bocchetti fucking clones. I wish
Quentin Tarantino would go, grab him.
But you're not black. Anyway, can you say the N-word? Maybe then he'll give you a spot.
Oh, no.
You handle the N-word being said at you. Said at you.
That's Bocchetti's safe word. Of course he can.
You know, I'm trying to think of his name. It's been in Tarantino's films.
Jamie
the guy
Foxx.
who played the Nazi, and he
played Christoph Waltz. Yeah,
I love him.
Great.
He was great in the Django Unchained.
Oh my God, that's my ringtone. The Django Unchained.
He was also in Hateful Eight. I think.
Yes, he was.
It's fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah. He was in the Green Hornet too. Not so good.
Never.
Really?
I have more regard for my time than the waste than that. You mean Inglourious Bastards? He was in.
Fucking.
That was his role that I first seen him in.
Yeah. He made you want to fucking hammer that. It's fucking. Yeah. He's such a.
My mother loved him because he spoke Italian like a real Italian, like perfectly. Like what he said and the subtitles linked up perfectly.
Oh really?
Inglourious Bastards. People fucking hated him worldwide, I'm sure, when he went down the street.
The idea.
Right? I'm like, people wanted to probably kick his ass.
So did Mike disappoint? I haven't seen it yet, obviously. It's not out yet.
You have not.
Did he disappoint as a judge?
No, he did not.
I would love to see some of these criticisms.
It's good because he's not... All right, you have to know with the panelist who you can put in a room. Like with Bisconti, I know it's got to be 3 loud motherfuckers in me because you would drown out with it. It was Bisconti, Lynch, me, you guys, you would be fucking. I would
have been fighting with Gino.
But I was like, all right, in the right place. Like that was perfect because you jumped in and you're so cute. You'll see. Here's why. He would raise his hand like this, like he's been doing during the podcast. He go like he's about to say something. He'd go, "What's up, Mike? What you got to say?" He'd be like. He'd get my attention, kind of like.
And would he go silent and stare at you after that?
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, Kevin would say something, and I'd just improv off it.
Yeah, no, he was great.
When he made you laugh, did he point at you with the finger guns and go?
He did. We got to do the fucking finger. We got to do. We did
the finger guns.
We got to do no guns. We got to do the dance a little bit, the machete dance.
No, but it was a great cast that day because, first of all, right. Eddie's an expert out of everybody, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And he gave great advice, and I love picking his brain, right?
And he's quick as fuck too.
Shuli is upfront and honest. He'll let you have it in a good way, right? You were a great host, and Liz can be brutal, but she's very sweet.
She looks so comfortable in that living room.
It is. Everyone loves that couch. I mean, the problem, and by the way, it's funny. Every single season, people either off the street or in the internet when they're not hating on the show. Just kidding. They'll go. Everyone is sunken into that couch because it's so fucking comfortable. Everyone's just like, everyone's like, sit up, assholes. It's like, I get why you're saying that, but what you said on that couch, you're like,
not going to sit up.
You show me how to sit up. There's so many legendary.
You're not going to fucking sit up once you're down.
Yeah, I know.
Has anybody said anything about the flip flops? I always focus in on the flip flops.
Yes, I haven't worn flip flops since that one. Like half. It's funny. I wore them for half a season.
They drive me nuts.
I love flip flops. I love them. I love them. I love them.
I respect it. It's just
I don't.
Me.
I know. I get it. And I don't have nasty feet either. I don't have gnarled toes or hairy feet. No, I know. People are like, I hate flip flops.
If you're not in like swim shorts, I like. Why are they in like? There's people I see out in the world, and they're like going to the grocery store in sweatpants, socks, and flip flops, and it drives
no. I don't wear socks and flip flops. That's just
no.
gay.
You can't. No, but if I had great feet, I'd be wearing Roman sandals. Why not?
What, Mike? You and Roman sandals that come up to your fucking knees, Mike?
No, not my knees.
No, they gotta come up to your knees.
No flip flops have been. It's always sneakers. Yes, that was given. That note was given to me halfway through.
Whose house is this? It's his. Clearly, it's his house.
Yeah. My camera guy goes, I think you should probably put on shoes now. I'm like, noted. All right. But Shetty was great to answer your question in a long way. He knew that, just wove in and out perfectly. Everyone was weaving in and out perfectly. The only complaint, and this is, I know I'm nitpicking, is with Shuli. I've written a ton of, because he does all these impressions of Stern, the Whack Packers. I had written all these things like, what would Tan Mom say? And he was not on board to really do that. Anymore.
Maybe he didn't want Howard pissed at
No, because I know the dance. Again, I've listened to the show, but he does the impression of it. No one,
Oh, he's great.
But I know that. Elliot Offen, some Tan Mom, Jeff the Drunk.
You have him do the Bobcat?
Yeah.
It sounded just like you're in a room.
But he didn't want to. He did. Jeff the Drunk. He didn't want to do that. I was like, fuck, because I have so many friends who watch my show who are huge Stern guys.
You have him do high pitch?
He did a smidgen of high pitch and a smidge of Tan Mom. Yeah, but he was not on board. I was like, fuck, that's the one thing I was looking forward to. And I know my friends are when it comes out. They're going to go, damn it, you had Shuli on, but he wasn't doing fucking Jeff the Drunk. And I'm like, I know, God didn't want to do it.
He wasn't there to do it that day.
Yeah, well, I guess he's like, that's not my thing, man.
But the thing is, you got to criticize that there's going to be bad comics. I've never heard Mike say anything bad about somebody unless they were shitty to him first.
Unless they provoked me, really.
So you had to find this thing where you had to say why they were bad.
Yeah, he gets a few like, oh boy, he gets a few of those in there.
It's going to be nice to see you in that light.
No, but the thing is that if you're an idiot to me, a real idiot.
But these people weren't idiots to you. They're just comics that you have to, critique. It's going to be cool to see you make negative comments.
To them. I mean, but
did anybody stand out to you? I mean, I don't know. Can we say their names now? Who was on it?
We can say who was on there.
Did anybody stand out to you, both good and bad?
Yeah, a couple of people. That big guy. What was his name?
Neil Rubenstein.
Oh, I love Neil Rubenstein.
Yeah, he's on.
I loved him.
He's on 8.
He was like this big buff guy. That's like mellow and like, you know what I mean? His voice just freaked me out.
I called him. I said it's Biohazard meets NPR because his voice is very like meek and
he's well written. He's well written.
Yeah, he had great. He had very well.
He knows who he is exactly up there.
Yeah, he was at the Turnpike Comedy Festival too.
He was okay.
Yeah, love that guy.
And another guy, like this character, I forgot. He was Eddie Brill liked him too.
Oh, Daniel Aarons, the guy with the suit with the character.
Yeah.
Sal's not a fan.
It's not the suit. It's not the suit. It's when people.
It's the character.
There's got to be a place for people who play characters in comedy, but I just when you're not up there as you, it kind of gets. It's something I don't like.
Well, when you watch him, because I agree with you, but then when you watch it and then you'll see what I have to say about it, you'll see. I'll just say that.
But some people make the transition too, like
the women, right?
Andrew Dice Clay would say he's a character, but that's him too.
Right, but when he defends himself, he'd say that's just a character. I wouldn't talk to people like that in public.
Or like Gilbert Godfrey.
But what I mean when he's
off camera, because
when you're completely obscure, like you're not at all that, you're completely a character now. Like I don't know, take Chips Cooney, and I don't even mean to say anything bad about this guy. He's been around a while.
He's been around forever.
But he comes out and he's a bad mission. Like you get into that, thing. That just doesn't translate with me myself.
But it's weird because he's a great musician, but his comedy isn't as strong.
But he's not a great magician, though. That's his whole act. He's a shitty magician.
People love him. I've seen him kill with that.
Oh, the older folk?
Good, but then after his comedy isn't as strong as his magic.
Yeah, I did a emceeing at the Cove when he was there, and you're right. The old people fucking love him.
They eat that shit. That's the kind of shit you'll see at our local club here in Staten Island over and over. It's the same
act. The thing is, but his comedy is not at the same level as his magic. It's
right.
different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, but like Gilbert Gottfried's a good example. He's a screamer, he's a yeller, he does characters. He's meek off camera. He's like this little nice, like kind of laid back.
But he sounds like that guy on stage. It's an exaggerated version of himself.
Yes. Laugh kills me.
No, but the thing is, but when you see him off camera and see him, he's very polite, he's nice, he's laid back, and he's like kind of meek.
Do you have access to the Amazon Prime episodes of the show, like whenever you want to watch them, or do they make you pay through your account?
I mean, I have Prime free because I have Prime. So, but
I have
on demand one,
still gotta pay for the episode.
For the 1 through 4 are free. 5 and after that, the live show, it costs.
Like if you want to watch it though, as the guy who's
I don't have any. No, I cannot. I have to still have to pay for 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, you'd think, but
No, these oh God, I'm not going to say nothing. I want to be
That's why I want to get it onto a TV network. It's a Bocchetti, pay attention, all right? Give me in here for Christ's sakes.
No, but
you're my Sherpa.
Someone was telling me about. Now, I don't know the whole policy behind it. Someone was saying with Netflix, if they buy it, I think that's it.
They own it, is what you're saying?
I think they own. I'm not really sure.
The good news with Amazon is this: if I do sell it to a TV knock on wood network, I can call them up tomorrow and go, fucking take it down. Spike just bought it, and they yank it down. And I go to Spike, go, here are 8 seasons.
They don't care. That's
I own it. That's the main reason why I've done it.
I think from what I heard about Netflix, I really haven't dealt with them. I don't know them that much, but someone was saying,
me too.
If you buy something, if something's on, they own it after that. They just give you a flat thing of ownership. I really don't know.
Did you guys watch the Degenerate special on Netflix yet?
No. I haven't watched a comedy special in years. I just don't want to watch other people's shit.
No, I've been comedied out. I haven't really watched
I can't deal with it.
I try. I mean, I actually yesterday I was like, all right, I was doing shit and had it on the background. I watched Degenerates. Big J was good. Yamanika had moments. And the rest were just there.
I hear that it's so saturated with comedy that it's just they keep throwing shit up that's like, why is they
it's
up
not
there?
Good. A lot of it is not.
You know what I'm watching? The Haunting of Hill House.
My wife, fucking hell. She watched that Wednesday. I went to go play poker. They have a big Thanksgiving game. Tied for first. And cashed, obviously. So she texted me. He goes, I'm watching this show on Netflix, the Haunted Hill House, what Sal just said.
Haunting of Hill House.
Haunting of Hill House. He goes, I'm watching it now. This is fucking great. 15 minutes later, guess who can't sleep until you get home tonight? Because she can't. She watches scary shit and she is up. I'm like, you idiot. And I get home till like 1:30 because again, I made it to the final 4 and we chopped up from there.
In a corner shaking.
She was at 1:15. I'll go, yep. I said, serves you right. I'm like, you know better. You know better not to watch this shit.
It's a good show. Because it is scary, but the drama is like the forefront of the show.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's since I've had kids, but I like cry at things. Like there's moments in the show where I've cried.
You do. I haven't cried yet, but I do get more sensitive with kid shit like that. Like I forgot what I was watching. I'm like, oh, if they shoot this fucking kid, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I should just be like that with dogs. If they hurt the fucking dog, there's no reason for that. But I was watching Home Alone 2 is on Thanksgiving night.
Terrible, but we watch it too at my in-laws'
when
house.
Duncan and Duncan's Soy House was talking about why he donates the money for the children. I was in fucking. I'm like, why am my wife's not crying? Why am I crying?
No, but it's not like there's one movie that makes me cry, like the Patriot.
Mel Gibson?
When he kills his son, that fucking douchebag.
Oh, the Brit?
Britt kills his son in the front lawn, right? I'm thinking, chop his fucking balls off with the guillotine after that.
You know a film, and to this day, it makes me mental, and I get so sad. I'm like, why did you have to do that? You're going to laugh, and I don't care. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? When the judge kills that little shoe tune, dips him in the dip, I lose. I go, why?
He's so scared, that little shoe.
Oh, he's crying, he's hopping and stuff. I lose it. That and E.T. I still can't fucking watch up, tearing up, and Toy Story 3. That's another story. But that shoe when he dies, I get so unnerved.
What a
watching
great movie, Toontown. I always wanted to go to Toontown. Right over a fucking wall. Everything's totally different there.
Yeah, but I am in Toontown.
It's like going to Harlem.
Machete's head.
Right?
Looney Tunes.
I am in Toontown all the time, buddy. I'll show you a couple of characters.
I think you'd be good as an animated character, Mike.
Oh my God, yeah.
I love cartoons since childhood.
You know, it'd be perfect. I tell you what, and I just watched this recently. It's a terrible film, but if they would have made this film when you were still, maybe you were UHF, you would have been a perfect character on that one of those Weird Al channels that shows that he did on UHF.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I could see like as a Stanley Spadowski guy, like, who wants water? Gets his hose sprayed in his face like a high-powered hose.
Oh God, but Tarantino's fucking his movie. I love him. He hasn't made a lot of movies, but.
He's only doing, I think, 1 or 2 more.
Oh, that's it?
That's it?
He said he's doing 10, and that's it.
What's he going to do? Pursue his foot fetish, I guess?
Hey-oh. No, he's doing the Manson family right now.
No, but everything he's done is...
Not everything. Let's not go crazy. No.
I mean, what are your favorites with him? I love
my second favorite film of all time is Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah.
Reservoir Dogs is excellent. I rewatched True Romance. Not as good. Doesn't hold up.
No?
No. I used to love him.
Even that Sicilian part?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I don't get a kick out of that.
Oh, yeah. I just got my 23andMe results in the other day. Lisa and I did it.
Hey-oh.
She's way more, I thought she was way more Italian. She's like 11% Italian, and the rest is all Scot and Irish. And I was like, oh, man, I really muddied the bloodline up.
And how black are you, Sal?
Oh, my God, I'm 10%.
Oh, boy.
I'm 80% Italian, 10% African. Northern African, all right? Northern.
Well, it's the same thing.
Well, that explains you talking to movie theaters.
You can't shut up. And it was cool. They let you split it up to see how much Neanderthal DNA you have in you, which is cool.
You Italians have a ton of it. I know that.
Oh, no.
And they showed like where my mother's side of the family, how long ago they left Africa, and my father's side, since that's where all the Northern Balkan shit that's in me came from. And he left, like, obviously, since they're whiter, their family left. I think 285,000 years ago. My mother's side left 180,000 years ago from Africa. I guess we all just came from Africa.
I'm just afraid if I take that, I'll find out how much Jewish I am, and I don't want to be that. I'm just kidding.
Antonio Girardo is a great joke where he brings his results on stage and he's talking about it, and then he says, I complained about the price, so that's why they hit me with 2% Jew.
Yeah, but how accurate is it, though? It's super accurate.
I'm not a geneticist, but they do ask you.
I do. That's my day job. I do like DNA tests.
Oh, really?
And shit. Yeah, but it's our test is like 99% accurate, so I would suspect the same for that. But what we do is completely different.
You know what we did too is for an extra $100, they'll give you your health report. But my Lisa, genius that she is, she found this thing called Prometheus, where you request the raw data from 23andMe, and for $12 you give it to Prometheus, and they give you all your health factors.
They're a GI, they're a gastro testing company.
Yeah, but Kevin, if somebody was tested, right, and they found that they were like 20% Native American, let's say, right?
Casino time.
No, but how hard is it to prove exactly what tribe?
You got the paper. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's
not easy, right?
If you took
pinpoint that part of it.
If you took my DNA and then you took my brother's DNA, he'd have different percentages of what he is than me. Because it's how much. Like if you look at my son, he's light skinned with light brown hair, like Lisa is. So obviously he's got more of her traits. So he'd probably be more Scottish and Irish, I would think, than Italian.
Even your own brother,
it would be different. It's whatever DNA you got from your parents. It's nuts. And then I start to see all these people. I'm linked to like 941 people across the United States.
Please make one and be Adam Sandler.
I want to get my kid this.
You have a heart on for Adam Sandler. Yeah, why is that?
I just think he's the ultimate man child. And he brought back Henry Winkler.
And people will shit on him now, but he really has had a great fucking run.
Those movies were made for nothing, and they would just gross money, except for like that Jack and Jill one.
When you go past those, when you go past the Billy Madisons and the Happy Gilmores, and you get into like
the quagmire of dog shit, we call it.
I enjoyed Click for what it was, and I also enjoyed.
That's sad in the end, real fast. That film.
Yeah, and funny people too took a really weird.
That was terrible. That was 2.5 hours of my life he owes me. Fucking awful.
I like these weird things. I don't know.
Did you guys ever American Splendor? I love.
Never saw it.
Never saw it.
I know Paul Giamatti,
I
the
love
Harvey P. car.
He's
great.
He can play anybody just about.
Do you ever look at Giamatti at his physicality and go, "Well, I can make it then, right?"
But he played everybody from
Pig Vomit.
Pig Vomit to like Samuel Adams.
John Adams.
John Adams. I'm sorry.
He's on that Billion show, which is great.
He plays everybody. He played
show.
everybody from Pig Vomit to fucking John Adams. I mean,
Yeah, he's a great actor.
He's fucking chameleon.
So, Mike, what do you got coming up that you want to promote?
I'm working on Bocchetti's Basement. Go to Amazon. Go to Bocchetti's Basement, Indiegogo.com. Give up some cash, baby.
Yeah, please. I'm supposedly a co-host on that show if it gets
We
picked
need
up.
it. If it don't happen, we're not going to happen, buddy.
I love how many ideas you thrown out.
First guest. Anyway, excuse me.
Kevin, Comics Watching Comics, season 7 on Amazon Prime, right? With
Amazon Video for the ones after 5. 1 through 4 are on Prime. If you have Prime, it's free.
There's a difference between video and Prime?
Yeah, video is like iTunes. It's like you can buy an episode, you can buy the season.
I thought I had access to video because they have Prime. Is that not how that works?
No, you do if it's seasons 1 through 4, because the reason why, when I did the show, it was initially on YouTube. So I said, that'd be kind of douchey for me to charge for what you already could see for free before. So I threw it on Prime. Plus, the Prime reimbursement for me is garbage. The money is where on the video is on the demand side. So don't be cheap fucks, please. I do pay for this out of my own pocket. Amazon does not give me a budget. I'm the one fronting the cash for this.
They don't. Amazon, please listen to us carefully.
Yeah.
Make it dollars.
And right now, you can watch the Comics Watching Comics live show from Gotham Comedy Club, which
Sal's a part of.
I got to be a part of, and it was a really fun show, packed out room. Everybody had a great
sold out. We'll do another one. Oh, here's a little teaser for you guys. We are in very deep not negotiations, but it's already passed, but we have to get the budget okayed. Comics Watching Comics just might be at a casino in Atlantic City coming the new year.
Oh, nice.
Just might be. At a very well-known casino, I would say. And that's all I can say. But we have to wait for the budget to be okayed. And then...
So Twitter and Instagram, it's at Mike Bocchetti, Bocchetti. And thank you, Mike, for this.
Thank you, guys. It was fun.
Yeah, it always is here.
Comics Watching Comics on Instagram, right?
Yeah, and comicswatchingcomics.com to buy a shirt, videos, behind the scenes, panel shit, shots. Buy a shirt. I do need to do a crowdfunder with that. I'm tired of fronting this own fucking money in my own pocket. At Comics Watching on Twitter. And one more show I do. It's called Fantasy Football Jibber Jabber. It's on Twitch. It's on Facebook. If you have fantasy football questions, my buddy Gerard Harron, I don't know if you guys know him. He's in their comic.
Big G.
Big G, right. We do a weekly show every Friday at 5 live on Twitch and Facebook where we pick fantasy football players who we think are going to have a great week or who are going to suck or sleeper picks. And, of course, we also have my favorite segment called the Free Money segment. That's where we give NFL picks or bets who we think, and we put our money on these games. I do every week. I bet if you follow me on Facebook and Twitter, you know I gamble. We give our picks we think, of course, we're going to win. So Fantasy Football Jibber Jabber on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter every Friday at 5 live on Facebook and Twitch.
All right, it's at Sal Cole Comedy on Twitter and Instagram, at Slant Show, slantshow@gmail.com, and Slant Radio on YouTube. Guys, thanks for listening again. Kevin, thanks for coming all the way down. Mike, thanks for coming down. Indiegogo for Mike, please. I would like to be a co-host.
We need some money, people.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you within a week or two. Where is my mouse pointer?
Later. I like how you said, thanks for coming, Mike. I mean, Mike, thanks for coming to your front doorstep so I can pick you up.
And then the Facebook.
Yeah. Anthony Annis joined. All right.
That was fast. It went by quick, right?
Usually does, right? Usually does.